5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yeah. What's going on, people? What's poppin'? You tuned into the Bad Boy Radio Show, okay? This is the realest show on the internet. You feel me? So, Miles Cunningham, he might not be able to make it tonight. He had to handle some business. He might call in. We don't know. But I'm going to just be rocking with you guys tonight. So, today's topic, what we're going to be talking about, how to step up your online dating game. Because, I get a lot of guys who hit me up. They ask me about this. Dudes are really trying to get it popping online because, online right now is going down. And if you know how to do things well, if you know how to do things right, you can get shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to help you guys out tonight. I'm going to, give you some tips, some things you can look out for when you are doing your online dating stuff. You feel me? So we're going to get into all that. So make sure you take out your pens, your pads, take some notes, and also make sure you guys join the Bad Boy membership. And you can go to badboymembership.com because the first audio program I have on there is called The Easy Way to Date Online for Men. So if you guys are not on the Bad Boy membership, you guys have to get on there now. But this is what we're going to do really quick. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get into some news, and then we are going to get into our topic. All right, stay tuned on the Bad Boy Radio Show.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right. We are back on the Bad Boy Radio Show. Yes, we are. Okay, so what we're going to do first, before we even get into the topic, because I'm telling you, the topic it's real heavy, and if you are serious about stepping up your online dating game, you got to make sure you listen to this whole thing until the end, because I'm going to be dropping some serious game for you guys on here to help you out with your online dating stuff. But before we get into all that, all right, we have to get into some news. Yeah. All right, so only got like 2 news stories today, and then after we get into this news, I'm going to be reading a question from one of my subscribers because, I get a lot of questions. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start reading some more questions on the show so that you can get your questions answered even more. And if you guys want your questions answered, make sure you go to MrLocariotV.com. That's MrLocario TV.com. And what you're going to see is on the right side of the page, it's going to have a picture of me, and it's going to say under that picture, click here to send your questions. So if you have any questions you want to send me, send it to me there, and I will answer the questions, all right? But we're going to get into some news. So first news story is Ray J, Brandy's little brother, Ray J. He basically, he got caught saying that Kim Kardashian's vagina smelled funny. Yeah, that's news, guys. That is news. Ray J said Kim Kardashian's vagina smelled funny. So what happened was, basically the story was, I think somebody was recording him talking to, I guess, a friend or somebody. And, they was talking, shooting the shit, how us guys do. We just talk, and he was basically saying, that Kim Kardashian's vagina smelled kind of funny. He had to let her know. You understand? And, it got on all over the internet. People's been talking about it and stuff. And, it's not really like a big deal. You understand? But I think it's interesting because I think a lot of people will look at someone like Kim Kardashian and, think that her pussy don't stink. You understand? Because you see her, you see the image, you probably think her pussy smells like flowers and candy and roses and all this other shit. And the thing is, from the way that the audio sounded, it sounded like he was telling the truth. I'm going to tell you why. Because, it's one thing if somebody was just interviewing him and they asked him a question. They was like, yo, how Kim Kardashian pussy smell? And then he was like, oh, that shit smell funny. Then you probably think, oh, he's just saying this shit. He's just he's probably hating. People think he's still kind of, feeling her and upset that she's with Kanye now and all this other stuff because he made that song called, I Hit It First and whatever. So, people probably think he's hating. But the way that the audio sounded, it sounded like he was sort of having a private conversation and somebody was taping him have a private conversation. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know if it was a private conversation or not, or if he knew he was getting taped or whatever. But from what it sounded like he was having a private conversation and then somebody taped it. So, if he's having a private conversation and he's saying, yo, this chick's vagina is not up to par, it's probably true because he's just telling that one dude. And I don't think what would be the point of him even saying that just to throw shade, while he's talking to one guy. You understand? Or he supposedly felt like he was just talking to one dude. You know what I mean? But the thing is, a lot of women's vaginas smell funny, and that's the part that sucks is that, you're going to run into women who you'll spend a lot of time with trying to get them into bed, trying to make some shit pop off. And the vagina will smell funny. Now, I don't know how bad it smelled because sometimes, the vagina is so bad that you might not even want to really get it popping with the chick. You understand? I've been in situations where I remember I was with this girl and her vagina smelled so bad that it stunk up the whole house. It was disgusting. And I had to tell her, I didn't even tell her it was bad. I mean, I was like, she got to know her shit smells bad, but I didn't have the heart to tell her that her vagina smelled like garbage. And I remember my sister's girlfriend was in the living room while this was happening. I was in the room with the girl. And, I tell the girl, I said, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom for a second. Hold on for 1 second. I go out to the hallway and I go into the living room. My sister's girlfriend's sitting there chilling, watching TV. And she looks at me. She said, yo, what the hell is that smell? And I'm just like, God damn, like it's traveling all over the house. So I had, I came up with some excuse. I was like, yo, I just realized I got to do something right now. I'm sorry. Can we do this another time? I know this is kind of crazy, but it was just like, oh man, I was scared to put my penis in there. You understand? I was like, something's wrong with this woman. You understand? So, but I don't think Kim K's shit was probably smelling that bad. I mean, I don't know, but man. But hey, I mean, she's, Kim Kardashian's hot as shit. I think she's hot. So Ray J was probably like, okay, it's not smelling how I would expect it, but this chick's kind of bad. Let me just smash, you understand? And just get it over with. You feel me? So, shout out to Ray J for being a trooper and making this sex tape happen. You understand? Because imagine it just didn't happen because the vagina was that bad where he was just like, I can't even do it. Turn the camera off. It's over. We probably would have never heard of Kim Kardashian if Ray J didn't pull through. So, we got to give it up to Ray J for being, a trooper to really make this happen. If it wasn't for Ray J pulling through and getting it popping, we probably would have never really, heard of Kim Kardashian. You understand? So shout out to Ray J. But anyway, now in other news, this is interesting. So there's this guy named Roosh V. Some of you guys probably heard of him. If you're into, you're into the whole pickup artist seduction community or whatever. And I've heard this guy's name floating around here and there for a while. And I remember I was looking at one of his message boards, I think a while ago, and it had some goofy shit about, I'm not sure if he wrote it or somebody on his message board wrote it or something, but I think it was on his message board. And, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, if any of you know about this or whatever, but on his message board, he had this thing where he was saying something like, the different races of guys have an advantage. And he was basically saying like, these type of guys have, a better advantage of getting girls. Like some like white dudes are more attractive, and then the black guys are like below. It's some goofy shit, and I was just like, oh my god, here we go with the nonsense, right? So and I've been hearing a lot of stuff on the message boards about this guy. A lot of people they like him. A lot of people say he's on some weird shit or whatever. So basically, what's happening with this guy is he has his website called Return of the Kings. I think that's the name of it. And he was supposedly having some meetup thing for guys across the country. It was a day that I think this happened recently, a couple days ago, where guys were supposed to meet up and just have a meetup and chill and talk and just get together and hang out on some bromance shit, I guess. You understand? And so what happened is, the controversy is that he was getting flack for saying that his meetups and his group, the group of guys that were meeting up, were rape advocate, people who are pro-rape. So they were saying that these guys were meeting up, I guess, to, talk about rape or whatever. But the reason why that even got to that point was this guy, Roosh V, supposedly said something about, rape should be consensual as long as it's not in a public place or something like that. And, you guys can Google this if you want, but it was something to that effect. And I think, what he was trying to say is that, people were taking out of context what he was talking about when he was saying that statement. He was saying that rape is, I think, it's not just it's not just the guy's fault. It's also the woman's fault and different things like that. Right. So people are going crazy and losing their minds and all this other stuff. Now, the thing is, I'm looking at all this stuff. I see it all over the internet, and I'm just like, this guy is either fucking crazy or he's a goddamn genius. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why, because he's either crazy because if he, if he really, if these are his thoughts and, if he really is feeling that way, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, if on that pro rape shit, I'm not down for all that. Right. But the genius part about this is he's all over the goddamn internet. Right. And I was reading that his website it was saying that his website was getting 20 million hits an hour. 20 million hits an hour. What the fuck? Okay, 20 million hits per hour. Okay, I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm like, dude, Roosh V, can you holla at me and send me your PR team, because you're all over the place. You're getting 20 million hits per hour, my nigga. Come on, son. Okay. So, what it seems like is that, all of this stuff is just really promotion. It's a lot of promotion for him. You understand? This is the same thing that happened with that other dude, the RSD dude. I think his name was Julian or whatever. When he was overseas, and they banned him from some countries because they were saying he was, doing some fucked up shit with women or something like that. And he was all over the news. People were talking about him and all this other stuff. And, people look at it as like, oh, this is crazy. And it's, you're giving yourself a bad name. But I'm like, yo, all of this freaking publicity you're getting is crazy. Do you understand? I'm like, what does Mr. Locario have to do to get shit popping like this? You understand? I'm looking for suggestions. I need you guys to send me emails and say, Mr. Locario, you need to do this, bro. You need to do this to get your shit popping, because I mean, I don't know what crazy shit do I need to say or do in order to get shit popping. Do you understand? Because shit is popping, but it ain't popping like that. I'm like, God, 20 million hits an hour? God damn. Like, that should have been the story of the damn day. Fuck all that rape shit. 20 million hits per hour. This guy needs to do, seminars on marketing, because this motherfucker, look how long I'm talking about this guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you see what's going on here? Do you see what's going on here? Okay, like, God damn it. 20 million hits per hour? Jesus Christ. I mean, this could all be bullshit. I don't know. Maybe it's bullshit that he got 20 million hits per hour. I wouldn't be shocked that he did, because I've seen it on the news. I've seen it in the, online, like Miles Cunningham sent me a goddamn, inbox of it. It's just been all over the place. And I'm just like, man, like, Jesus, fucking 20 million hits per hour. Okay. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Oh my God. It's just like why can't good things just happen to everybody, not just some people? God damn, 20 million fucking hits per hour. But anyway, moving on. That's all the news we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go on break, I'm going to read an email that I got from a subscriber. And again, guys, if you want me to answer your questions, go to MrLocariotV.com and send me your questions. Go to Mr. Locario TV, hit the sidebar button that says send me your questions, and we will get it popping. You feel me? So now I'm going to read this email, and then I'm going to talk about, this question. So it says, hey, what's up, Locario? I'm 29 years old. I work 2 jobs and rarely have time off. My only days off are Thursdays, and that's if I don't pick up an extra shift. I tried online dating for a while, and it was cool until I started catching a mini dry spell. So I work at a hospital full of bad female nurses and housekeepers. They often like to flirt with me. Some even send me semi-sexual cues/vibes that I should try and holler at them. Actually got 2 nurses' phone numbers recently from just practicing my game. I started to realize my confidence is at a high when I'm interacting with the females at work versus when trying to cold approach, my confidence is low. My question is, how do I transfer that same confident energy/mindset I have at work to help my cold approaches? And would you advise me to go after some of the co-workers that give semi-sexual cues? And what would be the best way to do so strategically while keeping it discreet from the workplace? All right. So now, I get, it's interesting. I get this email a lot from dudes who want to know how to holla at chicks at work. Right. And the thing is, I said this before, you got to be, really careful about how you deal with women at work, because, you don't want to get to a point where, you make a situation happen where there's drama, where, there's all this animosity, where there's just a whole bunch of nonsense and, it's at your job. You don't want that to happen. And if anything does happen where girls feels like, oh, you were, doing some type of stuff to make her uncomfortable, she'll be like, oh, this is sexual harassment, all this other stuff, because a chick, she'll flirt with you, she'll do all this other stuff, and she'll turn around and act like you did some craziness, right? But there are ways to really deal with chicks at work and actually make it work and get shit popping, right? But you got to deal with certain type of girls. You got to know the type of girls that you're dealing with, know that, you got to sort of feel them out, see their character, all these other things. And, but also that goes with you sort of like, seeing how they are, in general. Like, you got to really peep the certain things that they do and say and how they act and how they, maneuver around you. Right. But there is a way that you can really make it happen at work. And I talk about this extensively in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. So guys, make sure you guys get that book and read up on that, because there's a lot of stuff in there and I don't have enough time to tell everything in this podcast, right? But what I will say about this, because you're asking, how could you translate, flirting and doing all that other stuff at your job to your regular cold approaches, right? And so what's happening at your job is that you're probably feeling comfortable being able to talk to the girls at your job, right? Because, you see them every day. They're not really strangers to you. you know them, you probably know certain things about them. You've talked to them before. So you're a little bit more relaxed and comfortable talking to those girls at your job, right? So the key thing is you being relaxed and comfortable, right? So when you're doing cold approaches, what you need to do is be relaxed and comfortable, and then those approaches will work better for you. And see, this is for all you guys out there who, struggle with cold approaching, going up to, random chicks and talking to them. The reason why a lot of times it doesn't work out for you is because when you're having those interactions, you're treating the woman a little bit too special. You're treating it as a special occasion. You're seeing it as like a big deal. And you get nervous, you get a little scared, you're scared of getting rejected and everything. And that's because you're thinking too much, and that's because you're seeing the interaction as a big deal. Now, think about when you talk to a girl, let's say at your job or at school, a girl around your way that you sort of know, maybe a chick that, you see at different spots and y'all kick it or whatever here and there. You're a little bit more relaxed because one, you're not really trying so hard to get with them. So you're not really dependent on an outcome because there really isn't any outcome in those situations. So you're more relaxed and you're chilling. And since you know them, right, you're a little bit more relaxed because you're not really looking at them as something special. You're just like, oh, this is just, what's her face from the third floor, or what's her face from, third period English class, or what's her face from the job or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Even if you think they're cute, you still talk to them and they talk to you, and it's a regular thing, right? But when you're having that conversation with girls, when you're doing the cold approaches and you're talking to them and you're trying to make something happen, right? What happens is that you get so nervous because you're dependent on the outcome. You get so nervous because it's a girl you never talked to. So you look at it as a big deal, and you get so nervous because you're scared to get rejected. You understand? And also you're scared of the reaction that's going to happen if you take it to the level where you get flirty and put yourself out there. Right. So the key to really making cold approaches work is that you have to talk to these girls like you would talk to any other girl. You can't see them as special. You can't see them as, something more or something extra. You have to be able to be cool, calm, and collected, just like you're talking to anybody else. And this is like a key thing that I tell most guys when they're dealing with women is that, when you're having interactions with girls, right, you have to look at it as the interaction that you'll be having with anybody else, right? The only difference is, and the thing you have to get comfortable, doing when you're interacting with these girls, the only difference is that you're taking the interaction a step up, or you're doing something different. And the difference that you're doing with these girls is that you're just being flirtatious. That's it. And you're showing your interest. You understand? You're being flirtatious. You're showing interest so that interaction takes on a whole new form in order to get you to that place where you want to be, which is to, get a date, get sex, whatever it is, right? So all you have to do is, one, talk to the girls like anybody else. And then the only thing you have to really turn up or switch up is that you are getting more flirty. You're being flirtatious. You're getting a little bit more intimate. You're like showing her your interest so that you can propel that situation to get you to that place where you want to be. You understand? It's really that simple. The thing is, again, a lot of you guys, you get all nervous, you get all scared because you're like, oh, this girl, she's so hot. I don't know what to say. I run out of things to say. And the thing is, when you're talking to your best friend, you don't ever run out of things to say because you're just chilling and having a conversation. You understand? When you're talking to your mom or your dad, you never think about, oh, what do I have to say next to my mom? What should I say next to my dad? What should I say next to my sister? But you're thinking about that when you're talking to a girl. You understand? When you're talking to, one of your coworkers or whatever, you're not thinking, oh, I hope I don't say the wrong thing to make her or him not like me anymore. Or should I say this next? You're not in your head thinking. You're just chilling. You're having a good time. You're doing what you're doing, and you're having that conversation. And when you understand that, that's the key to becoming, to getting these interactions more, to make it benefit you, then you're going to be in a better position than most other people. You're going to be getting more girls than most other people. You're going to start to see that your interactions with girls are going to, basically flourish more, because when a girl sees that you're confident and a girl sees that you're comfortable, that makes her more comfortable. You understand? You got to understand that when a chick feels that you don't know what you're doing, or a chick can see that nervousness, or a chick can feel that awkwardness in you, a lot of things happen, in her mind, and sometimes it's subconscious, because what happens is that she's looking for you to be strong. She's looking for you to be, like a leader. She's looking for you to better her situation. So if she's dealing with a guy who's, coming up to her, he's fumbling on his words, he's looking down, he can't look in her eye, he's nervous, he doesn't know what to say, he seems insecure. She doesn't want to be around a guy like that. You understand? Because she doesn't see any benefit dealing with that dude, right? But if you're just chill, you're cool, calm, and collected, you're not sitting there, trying to impress her, you're just, chilling and you seeing what's up, you understand? She's more inclined to really try to make something happen with you, or to see where this can go, because she's recognizing that confidence in you. She's recognizing how chill you are. Because the thing is, a lot of women, they go through their everyday lives, and they get all sidetracked because of their emotions. They get all like, upset about stuff randomly. They're all over the place. Sometimes they're like chickens with their heads cut off. You understand? And then what happens is that they're looking for a man for that sort of that stability. You understand? They're looking for a man to sort of, help them out in those situations, to be basically the opposite of what they are. You understand? They're looking for a guy to be that strong dude. This is why chicks don't like weak guys. Every time when a chick sees a weak guy, or even a nice guy, or whatever it is, she despises him, because he sort of reflects something in her that she doesn't like. Do you understand? That's a reflection of the weakness in her, which she doesn't like. Do you understand? So she's looking for that guy to be strong and to be cool, to be calm. And this is why it's imperative that you guys, practice talking to women, practice your cold approaching, understanding you don't got to impress these girls, just chilling, just having, a good time and relaxing, and making these things, work for you, because then you're going to start seeing improvements. You understand? So that's what's going to make it happen. You got to go out there, put yourself out there and keep it going. You understand? And then things will work out for you. You feel me? And then you will get stuff popping. All right? I'm telling you, you got to do it, guys. You got to do it. You got to make that happen. And again, guys, listen, if you want to send me questions, again, go to MrLocario.tv.com. That's MrLocario.tv.com. Right on the top right of the page, you're going to see a thing that says, send me your questions, and I will answer them for you. Now, I got to tell you guys this real quick, is that I get a lot of questions. So, there's no guarantee I'm going to answer everybody's question. If you want me to answer your question guaranteed within 24 hours, what you need to do is go to MrLocario.com, and on the homepage, click on the Ask Mr. Locario section, and then you click on there and you send me your question through that. And what's going to happen is that you're going to get your question answered either in video form, or I can email it to you. You just choose which, way you want it, and you will get your questions answered in 24 hours. You feel me? Now, if I get 20 million hits an hour and I get all these questions, 20 mil. Oh my God. Okay. I'm done. I just, man. But yeah, if I get 20 million hits an hour, I'll do my best to answer all 20 million questions. We'll see what can happen. All right. But listen, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to take a super quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get into our topic, how to step up your online dating game. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to pavionphoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at pavionphoto.com. That's Pavion photo.com. Pavionphoto.com. Yeah, people. We are back on the Bad Boy Radio Show. I'm Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. All right, so listen, this part of the show, we're going to be talking about how to step up your online dating game, okay? Because, man, I'm telling you guys, if you are not stepping up your online dating game, you're missing out. Because there's chicks online that you can be banging. You can get it popping. But, you know, the thing is, a lot of guys have this very negative thing when it comes to online dating. Guys are like, this shit sucks, man. You know, I can't get chicks. And, you know, it's just a whole bunch of whack chicks on there. And these chicks be on that bullshit and all that other stuff. And, you know, some of this stuff is true that you're saying. I feel you. I understand your pain. I do. But listen, what I'm going to, you know, help you out tonight, I'm recording this tonight, so if you're listening to this in the morning, whatever, I'm just saying it's tonight, goddammit. Anyway, but when you are on your online dating profiles and all this other stuff, I'm going to give you some tips to help you. And again, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to get my audio program, The Easy Way to Date Online for Men, okay? Because I know a lot of guys, they're like, oh, it's really hard out there, and, you know, I don't know what to do and all this other stuff. So, you know, when you get that, it will help you out. It would really help you out. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, guys. You're going to get it popping, all right? So, first thing I want to talk about when it comes to stepping up your online dating game is the importance of your pictures. Yes. The pictures are important. Your pictures are important. That's like the most important thing, actually, right? And I know I'm gonna hear from all the guys out there. They're like, see, I knew it was all about looks. I knew it. I'm ugly. I can't get girls. You see, Mr. Locario, you see what I'm doing? No, shut up. Okay. It's not about just your looks. Okay. So what I mean by this is that, you know, your appearance and how you appear in these photos matters, right? Because that's going to be the determining factor if a woman even, you know, keeps looking at your profile and checking out what you write and all this other stuff, right? So how do you get your pictures to be the type of pictures that's going to attract women? What do you need to do? What type of pictures do you need to have? How should you look in the pictures? Now, see, I want you guys to forget the whole, oh, you got to look like a really hot guy to get, you know, chicks on online dating sites, right? Now, if you're good looking, right, that could help, but that's not the end all be all, because you could be a good looking dude and then a chick will message you or whatever. You message a chick and she'll message you back. And if you don't have any game to follow up your looks, shit ain't going to pop off. You understand? So that's not really all it's about. But, you know, when the thing with online, and I talked about this before, is that when chicks are looking at you online, right, it's sort of like they're looking at you through the same eyes as they're looking at, you know, a magazine or something in the media, right? And the reason why this is because it's the same type of medium. So, you know, on a subconscious level, they're looking at it like that. So if you're the type of guy who has pictures up where the pictures look all grainy, you can't really see your face, the pictures look, you know, boring, the pictures look like you took them with a super old Polaroid thing where you had to shake the photo. You understand? I don't know how old you guys are. If y'all remember that shit where you take the picture, the picture come out, you got to shake it and look how it looks and all that other goofy shit, right? So the thing is, the first thing I'm going to say is that you need to have at least one picture that looks professional, right? One picture that looks professional, right? So what that means is you guys might have to, depending on how good you are taking pictures, it would behoove you to get some professional photos done, right? Meaning, have you ever seen those headshots at a modeling agency or headshots that actors take? You should have at least one of those pictures that look like that, right? And preferably that will be your main photo. So the thing is that when you have that professional picture, right, it should be of you looking your best, meaning make sure that you're shaved. Make sure you shape up your beard, your goatee, your mustache, whatever it is. Have a haircut. Make sure that you have clothes that look good on you. Do you understand? In that picture, even to the point where, a lot of people who take these professional pictures, they get it photoshopped. If you want to get your picture photoshopped to make it even look better, get that shit photoshopped. But don't get it photoshopped to the point where, you look like a whole new person. I'm talking about it should be you, but it should look crisp. Do you understand? Make sure that shit looks crisp. It's really that simple, right? And other things you can do with your profile, because usually a lot of these websites, they give you, of course, different, a number of different pictures you can put up. So you should have also a picture of you and another girl. It doesn't have to be a chick you've been with. It doesn't have to be a chick you smashed. Any girl will do. It could be your goddamn sister. It doesn't matter. You understand? A picture with you with a girl, preferably a good-looking girl. You understand? Preferably someone sort of attractive, right? Because the thing is, when chicks scroll through your pictures, see, this is the thing. Women will not admit this, right? They'll be like, oh, I've talked to girls about this, and they're like, oh, guys, I've seen guys with their pictures and they be with girls and they look like a player, so I don't want to get with them and all this other stuff, right? Nonsense, okay? Don't listen to that shit. Women, they are going to be attracted to you because you have pictures of you with other girls. One, because it makes you seem as if women like you, right? That's one. Two, you look more attractive with a woman next to you, right? Especially if she's a good looking woman. And, they've done studies on this where they've had guys by themselves and then that same guy with a picture of, or standing with a woman, and women find him more attractive with a woman. You understand? So get a picture with you and a chick. You understand? Just put one of those there. Also, you can put a picture of you doing something fun, right? Because it shows that you actually have a life. It shows that other, you actually like to do interesting stuff, right? So, on my online dating profile, I had a picture of, it was this cool picture. I was at a party one time and somebody took a picture of me and some people, and we look like we're having the best time of our lives. So when chicks see that, they see like, okay, this guy seems like he's fun. You understand? This is the type of stuff that chicks will think about. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, you got to make sure that you are putting up pictures that make you look your best. You understand? Because you can take as many pictures as you want. You understand? And show them to your friends, show them to, females in your family, whoever, and ask them, hey, which one looks better? Which one looks cool? Which one, you understand? And tell them to be honest with you, and, just keep taking pictures until you get a real nice picture, right? And what you also want to do is you want to sort of switch your main picture around. So what that means is that, let's say if you have, 5 pictures, right? Let's call it A, B, C, D, E, F, or whatever, right? So let's say picture A is your main photo, right? You put that up, and let's say you've been, had that up for maybe a month and a half, 2 months, right? And let's say, chicks, you've been getting some responses from that. Let's say you got within those 2 months, let's say you got like 20 girls that responded to you with that, right? What you want to do is you want to test by switching the pictures around. So instead of having picture A, you might put picture C as your main photo, right? So after the 2 months, switch it to picture C. Then next thing you know, you notice for another month that picture C might not be getting as much attention as picture A, right? So then you put back picture A because you're like, okay, picture A was getting more attention, right? Now, do that again for maybe a month or two, whatever. Then you go back and you switch it and you say, okay, let me try picture D. And then you put picture D up and you're like, oh shit, I'm noticing I'm getting way more hits with picture D than I'm getting with picture A. So the thing is, you have to test which pictures are going to, be the best for the situation or what's going to get you more chicks. You understand? You got to see which ones are attracting more women to it, right? So that's what's up with your pictures. And again, make sure you go to Bad Boy Membership to get the easy way to date online for men so you can step it up more, because I got some more stuff that talks about your pictures. Also talking about, like what to put in your profile, all these different things. All right. So next thing we're going to talk about is how to message the chick. Yes. How to message them. All right. So, this is a big mistake a lot of guys do when it comes to online dating, is guys will hit a girl up, the girl will hit them back up, and then they'll exchange messages, they'll keep going exchanging messages, they're 20 messages deep, just talking and talking and talking, and then that's it. The thing is, guys, when you're messaging a woman on an online dating site, you have to keep it short and get to the point. Keep it short, get to the point, right? So basically what I usually do, and you can do this too, is I set the date sort of within the first message sometime. So for example, I send a message and I say, hey, what's up? You're looking kind of cute. What are you up to this week? We should get together and get a drink, right? So what I'm doing is I'm within the first message, I am saying, hey, let's get together, right? I'm not asking her, hey, what's up? How's your day? Cool. What are you up to? Where are you from? No. Listen, what's good? Let's get a drink. When are you free? That's all in the first message, right? So a lot of times when I've done that, chicks will respond and be like, oh, hey, what's up? And yeah, I'm free this Friday. What are you doing? Are you free at around 6 or whatever? So we're already talking about the date. We're already talking about getting together, right? So the thing is, you have to basically keep it short, get to the point as soon as possible, right? And you want to set up the date as soon as possible and exchange numbers as soon as possible. The thing is, as you're talking about getting together, you say, okay, cool, give me your number. Here's my number. And, you tell her that, or you say, hey, here's my number. Text me your number. That's what I usually do. So I say, oh, cool, you're free Friday at 6? That sounds good. Here's my number. Text me your number right now. Right? And so the thing is, when you're messaging girls online, what you want to do is you want to get them offline and you want to start the phone interaction as soon as possible. Right? So, what you want to do is you want to get to the point and make sure that you get her number. So now you got her number in your phone and then y'all can correspond on the phone. Right? Once you are talking on the phone, or once you texting on the phone, then you can finalize, sort of the details of the date, right? But what you don't want to do is you don't want to spend too much time on the online dating site messaging back and forth about nothing. Because believe it or not, a lot of guys do this. And, I hear from women all the time, as I coach women, and they'll be like, oh, it's so frustrating when I'm talking online with a guy and he just doesn't set the date, because a lot of women won't do it. They're not going to say, oh, hey, what's up? Let me take you out and do this and do that. No, they're waiting for you to say, hey, let's do something. Then that will give her the cue to respond and say, okay, cool, let's do something. I'm free this day, I'm free that day, or whatever. And then that's what, happens. But if you're sitting there and you are going back and forth and talking about a whole bunch of stuff and not really getting to the point, what's going to happen is another guy is going to, send her a message, swoop through and, he's going to go out with her and then she's going to lose interest in you because you're not making anything happen. So you have to get to the point as soon as possible. I think the problem is that a lot of guys, they think they need to, build rapport and get her comfortable with talking to them and build attraction and all that. And I've talked about this in a lot of videos that I've done, talking about, you don't have to build rapport and try to build attraction and all that other nonsense. Get her number, give her your number, set a date, go out on the date. It's that simple. Really that simple, guys. It's really that simple. Now, which dating apps should you use? Because or dating sites should you go on? Because I get a lot of, emails from guys. They're like, yo, what's the best one to do? And should I do this or should I do that? Which one should I go on? And blah, blah, blah. Now, I say go on as many as possible, right? Go on as many sites as possible, because certain sites, you'll probably have better situations going on than other sites, and you just want to sort of, see which ones you're having more, things on. You're having more dates on, girls are responding to you more, because certain sites you'll get a quicker response than other sites. You understand, depending on how much you're on it, how easy it is to use. So, for example, I'd say my favorite thing now is Tinder, right? Because all you're doing is swiping right or left. And there's other dating apps sort of like Tinder. Where you just swipe left and right, you understand? But it's not as popular. And some of them have these little quirks in it where it's not as, it's not as many options or whatever. And I know Tinder right now has this thing where you have to, I think, pay $20 a month or something like that to get the whole use of the app, because now they give you a limited amount of swipes. So, depending on what you want to do and how you want to do it, you can get the $20 thing if you want to get more, more things going on, or you can just use the free part of it or whatever it is. But either way, you got to spend a little bit of time with it. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But as far as the apps you can use, and I'll name out some of them for some people who don't know. You have Tinder, you have OkCupid, Plenty of Fish. There's another one called Soul Swipe, which is like the black version of Tinder. So if you're black or you like black chicks or whatever, download Soul Swipe. Also, they have another one called Bumble. It's not really my favorite one. Bumble basically is like Tinder, but the difference is on Bumble, when you match with a girl, because you swipe left or right or whatever, when you match with a chick, the chick has to message you first. So that's the only difference with, Bumble, is that it's a site where the girls message you first. Now, it's good in a way, and it's not so good in a way. I'm going to tell you why it's good in a way. It's good because, if you match with a chick and she actually responds to you, that's showing a lot of interest. You understand? Because she's choosing you. She's choosing that, okay, I swiped this guy and I'm choosing to respond. Because a lot of girls on there, you'll swipe with them and they won't even respond to you. You understand? Even if they swiped you. Because again, a lot of girls on these sites are using it for attention whore reasons. You understand? So you're going to get a lot of attention whores on these sites that you're going to be dealing with. So you're going to be like swiping, you're going to be matching, and be like, yo, why the fuck this girl ain't hit me up? Like, what's good? You understand? And it's because a lot of times there'll be attention whores, and they're not really trying to make something happen, right? There's another site called Hinge. Is another swipe right, swipe left thing. Another site called Happening, which is HAPPN. And I think Happening, what's with this one is that it shows you chicks, and it sort of like shows you if you crossed paths with the girl, and it'll tell you how many times you've crossed paths with the girl, and it'll tell you sort of where you cross paths with them. Why can't I say path? You've crossed paths with them. Okay. So for example, you'll go on there and it'll say, you cross paths with this girl 4 times, and you click on her profile, and then you look in it and it'll say, oh, you cross paths, 5 blocks from your house 3 times. Like, oh shit, this girl's in my neighborhood. Cool. Let me click on her. And if she clicks on you, then y'all can chat and all that other stuff. And that one's called Happening, HAPPN. Then they have another one called Bae, B-A-E. It's another swipe right, swipe left joint. So those are the ones that I, use. So Tinder, OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, Soul Swipe, Bumble, Hinge, Happening, and BAE, Bae. Okay. And my favorites are Tinder and OkCupid. Okay. And, use all of them. And they also have this other one called J Swipe. I think it's for Jewish people or whatever, but you can get on there even if you're not Jewish, you can get on Soul Swipe if you're not black. It doesn't fucking matter. You understand? It's just, they just try to do these little niche things, but go on there and you can make that happen, right? Now, another thing I want to talk about is women to avoid on these online dating sites. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 women or 5 types of women to avoid on these online dating sites, right? Now, number 1 is you want to avoid women who only have one picture. Yes. Avoid women who only have one picture. Just don't even pay them any mind. Just don't even message them. Because most of the time, those chicks who have one picture, it's not really a chick. It's someone trolling, okay? And it's usually the chick with one picture is like a chick with one picture and it's a super hot girl. You understand? Super hot girl with one picture. First of all, you got to use your head a little bit, okay? Women love attention, okay? Most women love attention. Now, if you are a chick, think about this. You're a woman, you love attention. You're a really hot chick. You really think you're only going to put up one picture of yourself? Fuck out of here, okay? This is what I'm saying. So you got to understand certain things. It's usually some troll shit, okay? So don't even worry about those. And also, too, sometimes if you be on OkCupid, you'll see a chick with one picture and hardly anything in her profile. And chicks love to talk in their profiles and say a lot of shit in most cases. So if you see a chick with one picture and nothing in her profile, it's bullshit, okay? And sometimes you'll even get messages from these girls, it's nonsense. And the same thing with Tinder, she has one picture, and she doesn't really say anything in her stuff. It's usually bullshit, all right? So that's the first type of chick to avoid. Second type of chick is avoid girls who send you an email or a link to chat. So you'll swipe right on Tinder or you'll be on these other sites or, OkCupid, Plenty of Fish or whatever. And you be like, hey, what's going on? And she'll send you a message like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm usually not on here. So if you can email me at I'm a fucking spam bop at, .com, then we should chat there. Or, hey, guess what? My phone is acting up. So if you can click this link at I'm a fucking, douchebag.com or whatever and send me an email here. So it's all bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, if a girl sends you an email or a link to chat, it's bullshit. It's usually one of those cam websites and all this other nonsense. You understand? So don't even bother with that, right? Now, another thing to avoid, and this is tricky because this might trick you, okay? Avoid girls who send you their number immediately. Avoid girls who send you their number immediately. So usually I see this on Tinder a lot where you will match with a girl, right? And before you even get a chance to even look at her, check out her profile again and see how she looks, and you're thinking of the message to come up to send her, you're thinking of that first message to send her, and she automatically sends you a message within like maybe 60 seconds to 2 minutes or whatever. And sometimes, it might take even longer. It might take a couple minutes, whatever. But she'll send you a message and say some shit like, hey, cutie, what's up? Here's my number, 555-5555. Text me right now so we can get together and have some fun. Bullshit. All right. Those are usually some spam shits, and and I don't even know exactly what those people are doing, but what I'm thinking, and I've seen this happen before because I remember I was like, well, how the fuck are these people getting my number? But I think these people collect numbers so that they can send you like these spam texts for, a whole bunch of other dumb shit. You understand? So when a chick automatically sends you her number without you even sending one message or anything, you understand? usually it's bullshit. You understand? Don't get fooled by that. Girls usually aren't going to just send you the number immediately like that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times it's nonsense. A lot of times girls will at least, chat with you back and forth. They'll say, even if a girl messages you first, she'll usually say, hey, or how are you, or what's up, or something. You understand? But if a chick is immediately sending you the number, it's usually bullshit, okay? So you want to avoid those type of girls, right? Now, the fourth type of girl to avoid, and I hate this. I fucking hate this. This shit just grinds my gears. I fucking hate this, okay? Girls who say they want to get to know you more on the sites. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. They're like, you message them and you say, hey, let's get together for a drink. And then the next message she sends you is, hey, how about we chat more on here so we can get to know each other first? No, fuck you. No. Okay. Just don't even waste your time. Usually those are attention whores. That usually amounts to nothing. You're going to be wasting your time. So just keep it moving. Okay. When the chick says on that, let's get to know each other more. Fuck out of here. All right. Now, the last chick to avoid is chicks who avoid talking about getting together. So this is the type of chick where you are sending her a message and saying, hey, let's get together. When are you free? And then she sends you a message that has nothing to do with that. She's avoiding it. So you'll be like, hey, what are you doing on Friday? We should get together, get a drink. Then she'll send you a message like, oh, so, hey, where are you from? Right? And you're like, I'm from Brooklyn. Anyway, you free on Friday? Let's get together, get a drink. Oh, cool. Brooklyn. I'm from, Queens. So, what do you like to do, for a hobby? And you're like, oh, I like to go to the movies. So what's up with Friday? Oh, by the way, you sort of look like this guy I know from high school. Avoid that chick. Okay? It may seem like she's trying to get to know you, and no, that's attention whoring right there. She's just sitting there to chat and all this other nonsense. Okay, she's not really about nothing. Okay, so those, avoid those chicks. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is that you have to understand that you have to put in some time. Okay, so a lot of times you're not having success on these dating sites because you're not putting in time. You're not putting in the amount of time and effort it takes to really see some success happening. Okay. So you can't go on an online dating site. I had a guy hit me up talking about, hey, I was on, on Plenty of Fish, and I contacted like 10 girls. I was on there for maybe like 5 minutes and none of them responded to me. I'm like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? Like, look, guys, if you're on these sites, right? If you really want to get shit popping, like for real, you need to at least spend an hour a day, messaging chicks, seeing what's popping. You understand? An hour a day. Just go on, go to Tinder, go to OkCupid, message them, swipe, do whatever you got to do. Just spend some time with it, because you need to, get your numbers up, meaning you need to contact a lot of women. If you really want something to pop off, you got to contact a lot of women. That's what it is. Right. And, if you got your pictures and everything on point, you're going to be, in your stuff in your profile or whatever, you're going to basically, get shit popping. Right. But you have to put in the time. You cannot slack and just be like, oh, let me just do this once here and there, or for 2 minutes. No, it's not going to work that way. Put in some effort. Right. Now, what do you do when you set up the dates? Because a lot of guys say, okay, I got this girl, what should I do with her on a date? What date should I take her on? What should I say when I'm setting up the date? Right. So I'll give you guys some, some tips on, making this shit pop for you when you go on the date to, make shit happen. Make, even to the point where you will be able to smash that night. Right. So Tinder specifically is very good for hooking up. You got a lot of girls on there that say, hey, I'm not looking for a hookup. I'm not here looking for, casual sex and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Okay. Girls on there are looking to hook up. Okay. So I know a lot of guys want to know, okay, how do I get to hook up with these chicks, right? And statistically speaking, I don't know how old this statistic is because I saw it a while ago, but it was saying that 1 out of every 3 people who meet up on online dating sites have sex on a first date. And usually the reason for that is that, people, I guess, sort of feel like, or girls feel like they sort of know you because they messaged you a couple times, and chatted with you maybe on the phone a little bit before y'all met up or whatever. So they feel like they know you. So when they get together with you, it's just like, hey, fuck it. Why not? Right. And, some of them actually want to smash also. They want to get it popping. You understand? So the thing is, what I would say for, if you want to set up something or a date to to make shit go down, is simple. Go for drinks near your house. That's it. Set up a date where you're taking her out for a drink near where you live, like 5 minutes away from where you're at, right? Or, 5 minutes away from a hotel you can go to or whatever it is, right? Now, the interesting part about this is that sometimes you'll be texting back and forth with a girl, and sometimes the girl will let you know that she wants to get down and make shit popping, get shit popping, right? So, but she'll probably say, yeah, let's go get a drink and then we can have some fun later or whatever. So yeah, the same thing. You get a drink near your house or near a hotel and you bring her back to your house or hotel after the drink, right? And the reason why you want it near your house or the hotel, of course, is because then it's quicker to get her from the drink spot to you back to your house, right? Now, depending on how you're having that conversation with the girl, you can set up something where you don't even need to go get a drink. You can just have her come straight to your house, or you can go straight to her house, depending on the chick that you're dealing with, right? But, for any first dates with you're meeting a girl online, you want to set it up to where you're getting drinks, preferably in the evening time, because the evening time, it gives you that feel to actually make something sexual happen. And the reason why you want to get drinks, which is something cheap you can sort of do, is because since you're meeting this girl for the first time, from an online dating site, you still want to make sure this girl looks how she looks in her pictures, right? Because sometimes chicks, they got these pictures and they're looking all good in the pictures, and then you meet them in person and you're just like, huh? Like, who the fuck is you? Like, who are you? Like, where's the chick I saw in the picture? Right? So you got to make sure that this chick looks like she looks in a picture. And this is why you have the drink, because then if she's not looking like how she looks in a picture, if you're not really feeling her like that anymore, then, you don't need to take her back. But see, if you just tell her to come over your house, or you go straight to her house, and then you see her and she's not really what you expected, you don't want to be in a situation where, this chick's expecting to get shit popping and you're just like, I'm not really trying to smash right now because this chick doesn't look like how she looked in her pictures. You understand, her pictures look like how she looked, probably 5 years ago when she was fit or something. And now you're like, who is this chick? Right? So that's why it's good to, set that date to get a drink. Now, if you're unable to set a date to get a drink, do like a coffee date maybe in the day if that's all the time you have, or only time you and her could, meet up. So do that, and that could also, make it happen. And if y'all hit it off and everything is cool, and y'all have actually time that day, you can still sort of hit it that day if you want. Or you can set it up to where y'all meet again and try to meet sooner than later. And then you make something happen. You feel what I'm saying? Right? So get drinks or get coffee. And, if you're getting drinks, preferably near your house. Okay? And now the last thing I'm going to tell you before we get out of here. The last thing you guys should do is go to badboymembership.com. Yes. Go to badboymembership.com and get the easy way to date online for men. Get it today. Listen to that and step up your online dating game. All right. And again, if you guys have any questions for me, make sure you go to MrLocariotv.com, click on the sidebar to send me a question. And I will holler at you guys later. And guys, I want to thank you so much for listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show. We are out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.